Hey, how's it going? My name is Andy Antiles. I am the founder of Greystone Trading. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I made over $2,000 today. It is currently December 4th. It is a Wednesday, and I made $2,616.88. Again, I'll just show you right here and refresh it so you can see it's not a screenshot. It's directly from my brokerage account. And I'm going to share with you exactly how in this video. Just for context, this trade took me, and earning this income today took me about 4 minutes total. It was a 4-minute workday, and this tends to be the case. Okay, so just to walk you through a little bit more about my process, I sit down at my desk every single morning to make 1 or 2 trades in the stock market, and I will not continue to look to make a trade after 11 a.m. And so it's a maximum of 1 hour that I'm sitting at my desk. But once I take a trade, it generally takes anywhere from 1 to 10 minutes for my day to be done, for my work to be done for the day. And so I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how I had conviction to take this trade today that made me over $2,000. But I want to preface that the reason why I'm able to spend a lot of my time figuring out how to find winning trades is because I've created a system, a risk management system, where I only need to be right a little over 50% of the time, 51 or 52% of the time, in order to make money. Now, a blind squirrel could pick whether or not the stock, any stock, would go up or down 50% of the time, right? You could literally flip a coin, and if it lands on heads, you bet that the stock will go up. If it lands on tails, you bet that it's going to go down. And 50% of the time, if you're a blindfolded monkey, right, you could guess you could make the right decision 50% of the time. And so because of that, because I have this dialed in risk management system where I do the same thing every single day and over an extended period of time, I'm going to make money as long as I'm right 51% of the time. Because that's my reality, I can spend a lot of time figuring out how I can be right 55% of the time, 60% of the time. I've had months where I've had a 70% win rate, where for every 10 trades, 7 of them I pick correctly. Okay. So again, I'm going to spend time sharing with you how I had conviction to take this trade, how I had how I could make a very, very educated and informed bet and guess as to where price was going to go. But I'm able to spend a lot of my time doing that because I have this risk management system that I never deviate from, where I'm like a robot and I make the same steps every single day. And over an extended period of time, I'm guaranteed to make money. Okay. So this morning, and let me just step back for one more second. What we're looking at here is SPY. SPY is the S&P 500 ETF. The S&P 500 is a basket of the 500 largest companies in the United States: Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft, right? These are the largest companies in the United States. It is the most stable asset that you could trade on the marketplace. It is the most traded asset that you could trade in the stock market. Okay. Meaning there is hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars every minute being traded in this asset. And so it doesn't matter if 10,000, 100,000 people, or even a million people were to use this exact same strategy that I'm going to share with you here, it would still not make a dent because the largest banks and hedge funds in the world are actively trading SPY with, again, hundreds and hundreds or even billions and billions of dollars. Okay. So what we have here is SPY, and we have the 5-minute chart here on the left-hand side. We have the 1-minute chart here on the right-hand side. What that means is that each and every one of these bars, these candlesticks that you see here, represents 5 minutes in time. You can see as I put my cursor over this candle right here, it's showing me at the bottom that this is 9:30 a.m. Eastern. When I go one to the right, we're at 9:35, then 9:40, then 9:45. So each and every one of these candlesticks represents 5 minutes in time. And any and all conviction that I have to enter a trade is based on the analysis that I have on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so I have the 1 minute here. Maybe I'll touch on that a little bit later on in this training. But I'm never going to be making a trade based on what I'm seeing on the 1-minute chart. It is exclusively based on the 5-minute chart. Okay. And so what I look for, as soon as the market opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, and you can see that that is signified by the background of the screen turning from tan to white, right? That means the market has officially opened. We can start engaging in the marketplace. From 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time, I'm never going to be engaging in a trade. I'm waiting for price to develop, for price to tell me a story about what particular price levels it is using as support and as resistance. So I'm looking to identify a particular price level that SPY has been unable to break below, that it has been continuously holding as support. And so at 10 a.m., when I sat down at my desk, I saw very clearly that throughout all of the price action that we had seen today, throughout all of the price movement that SPY had made, consistently throughout the morning, it was unable to break below 605.58. You can see even before the market was open, this was a low point that was used as support as well at 605.58. And so I had 1, 2, 3, and ultimately four confirmations that this price of 605.58 was significant in the marketplace. And when I say significant, I'm referring to the fact that SPY was unable to trade below. And at the end of the 5 minutes, it was unable to be below that 605.58. This thin part of the candle that you see here that we call a wick tells us that at a certain point within these 5 minutes, the 5 minutes in time that this candle represents, for some period of time, SPY had come below. But by the time that this candle closed, by the end of this 5-minute duration, SPY continued to defend this level of 605.58. It continued to use it as support. And here, once again, as well at 10:05, we traded down for some period of time, but consistently in every single one of these 5-minute candles, SPY was unable to break below 605.58. Okay. Now, on the other side, we had continuously confirmed that SPY was unable to break above 606.17, what we have here, right? Unable to break above, ultimately later on in the morning, unable to break above, unable to break above, unable to break above. This is what I call a clearly defined range. When I have a clearly defined level of resistance up here and a clearly defined level of support down here. This is a clearly defined range. And once I have these levels, once I have this clarity about what price level SPY has been unable to get a 5-minute candle close above or a 5-minute candle close below, I simply wait patiently to either get a 5-minute candle close above resistance or below support. And so what we had here at 10:10 a.m. was, for the first time this morning, throughout all of this price action, for the first time, this 5-minute candle closed below 605.58. And that serves as confirmation that SPY is ready for the first time this morning to trade below that level, right? It came down here at 10 a.m., but by the end of that 5-minute duration, it was back above that price level. Same here, same here, same here. But for the first time, we are being told that SPY is indeed ready to trade below this level. So at this point here, I bought puts, and a put is an instrument that allows you to make money for that asset that you purchased. The put that you purchased will increase in price as SPY continues to go down. It will increase in price as SPY continues to go down, and you can sell the asset that you purchased for a much higher price if that does happen. And so that's exactly what happened. Essentially, I made the bet that SPY would continue to trade down. Once I had confirmation, once SPY told me very clearly for the first time today that it was ready to trade below 605.58, I bought puts. I made the bet that SPY would continue to trade down. I'm not going to speak to the risk management system that I deploy in this training. There's other trainings and other content that I've made that explain the risk management system in detail. But it stays the same in every single trade that I make. I have a very clearly defined worst case scenario, maximum loss that I have in every single trade. And I have a very clearly defined best case scenario, that I have in every single trade. And my wins are always going to be larger than my losses. And so right after this 5-minute candle ended, I made the bet that SPY would continue to trade down. And throughout the next few minutes, you can see it right here on the 1-minute chart. This is when I started selling. When we got this big drop here, I sold a big portion of my position. I sold another big portion of my position here. And I sold the last bit of my position somewhere in here. And this is how I was able to gain conviction to enter this trade based on SPY continuously telling me that this level at 605.58 was incredibly significant in the marketplace. And it was being used as support, used as support, used as support, used as support, used as support. And then support was broken. And we were told with conviction and clarity that SPY was, for the first time, once again, I can't pound my fist on the table enough about this. We were told for the first time today that SPY is ready to trade lower and lower. And we got this beautiful move down. It doesn't matter to me that it came all the way back up. I mitigated my risk. I'd sold off a lot of my positions, and I had ensured that my worst case scenario was well in profit. And that is how I made $2,616.88. Today is Wednesday, December 4th. So here, I'll just show you once again the profit from today. The profit from today. And then I'll just show you my calendar so you can see it is Wednesday, December 4th. And this is what I do every single day. I make anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to over $2,000 a day. Sometimes I lose $500. Sometimes I lose, right? Not every single day is a winning day, but this system, this way of gaining conviction to enter trades continuously for the past 5 years has made me over $10,000 a month. It has helped students of mine go from complete beginners, never having any sort of experience whatsoever, to earning their first $5,000 months, $10,000 months, and beyond in well under a year. We just had a student who started in March of 2024, and in November, he just completed his first $20,000 month. He's an older fellow. He's got grandchildren. We have broke college students that have gone from, again, broke to making $10,000 or $20,000 a month in 6 months. We have students from all walks of life. It doesn't matter where they come from, what background they have, what sort of education or experience they have with the stock market. And what we do is teach them how to implement this copy and paste risk management system that anyone can follow. And just by following that risk management system, all you need to do is have a solid enough understanding of what I've explained here to be right slightly more than 50% of the time. And if you've ever seen any other content on YouTube or on TikTok or on any social media about how to earn income trading stocks, you likely see all of these messy charts with scanners and indicators and patterns and all of these crazy things, when in reality, most everyday people lose money in the stock market. Most everyday people that are not working at hedge funds or big banks lose money in the stock market because they're trying to turn $1,000 into $1 million overnight. And the way that they try to do that is by using all of these messy scanners and indicators and all of these things that I promise you don't work. What we do is simplify this to the point where we can read price action. We can understand what SPY, what the S&P 500 ETF is telling us it's doing, how it's behaving, how it's responding to certain price levels. And once we have clarity as to what direction SPY is telling us it's ready to go in, we take that bet with a very, very clearly defined risk, very clearly defined best case scenario. And over time, we are guaranteed to make money. Again, my name is Andy Antiles. I hope you got value out of this video, and I will see you very, very soon. Take care.